and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about myths on self-confidence that I feel like I really heard them around and I had to unlearn it through time, because it's just like confidence is a really big thing and it's just like a skill that we have to learn, and it's not something we're born with. It's something that comes and goes, but it's like the more you learn it and know how to hone into it, the more it becomes stable in your life. The first thing I want to talk about is that self-confidence doesn't come when you criticize yourself or talk negative to yourself. I know a lot of us may have been held to high standards throughout our childhood, or just high expectations, and we're constantly talking negative to ourselves thinking that it's going to lead to confidence, but that's not true, because talking negative to yourself really demotivates you and leads to a lot of anxiety that puts you in a place where you cannot take action, or you're afraid to take action because you're afraid to fail. Because taking action means that you're putting yourself out for the risk of failure, and even if you fail, now you know what does not work. So I feel like one of the myths that I've heard is that you need confidence to take action. I think it's the opposite way around, because you need to be taking action to be confident. Because if you don't take action, you won't know where it doesn't work. You won't know where you failed or where it succeeds in that matter. The second myth I want to talk about here is that confidence is something people are born with. No, it's not. It's something just like any other skill we have to learn throughout our life. That is what confidence is, because it doesn't just stay with you. It doesn't just like stick. It's not something that is genetic. It's something that we have to learn. A lot of successful people go through the loop of, even the highest successful people, they go through times where it kind of hits rock bottom and then goes up again, because there is a curve where before confidence, there is doubtfulness, you're being skeptical about what you're doing. I feel like being confident is a curve. For you to be confident, you have to take the action. Like I mentioned, you have to be able to take action before you be confident, not to wait to be confident to take action. Another thing that I heard that makes people afraid or just worried about being confident is that confidence comes with big successes. It's not necessary, because I feel like the consistency of small wins and being able to just kind of consistently grow and have momentum of small wins will give you the competency and feeling of confidence, because it just doesn't happen overnight. You have to have that resilience and stability and consistency in having small changes over time, and they accumulate into bigger success. One other myth that I've heard is that people that don't have confidence have imposter syndrome. It's not necessary. Some people that have the imposter syndrome don't have confidence, but don't mistake that for imposter syndrome all the time, because we all go through times where we're skeptical. For example, if you get a new job, before you start, you're gonna feel low confidence because you're not sure whether or not it's gonna be the right fit, or if you're gonna have the skills to continue in that job. But that is normal. That does not mean you have imposter syndrome, and makes people insecure, just feel like, oh, this is just who I am. But it's not true. The moment you start that job and you start learning the skills and practicing them and training them, this is exactly why training exists, because not everybody is born with the skills. Maybe you have the credentials, but still, like, a lot of jobs have specific trainings for a reason, because they know people will come in feeling fearful or just unable to understand whether or not this is going to be the right fit for them. Also, something else that I feel like is just really fooling people is that you will get to a point where there is no self-doubt. That is not true, because a lot of people, even the most successful people, go through times where there's self-doubt. It's just a normal thing that happens to us, because being doubtful is a normal thing. It just means that you're unsure. By putting action into that thing, you become more confident about it. And one last thing I want to say here is that confidence does not mean you have to be loud or outgoing. Yes, a lot of confident people are loud and outgoing, and they're able to step up for themselves. There's also people that are very quiet, but they're confident. Why? Because they're able to really share their opinion. They're able to advocate for themselves. So it's not interrelated. It's not like a positive correlation where confidence means you have to be loud. It's not true. I just feel like at the end of the day, you have to be able to understand that being confident is not a certain characteristics. It's a skill that you have to learn, and you have to continue learning it for you not to lose it. Able to hone into these things that I mentioned, it's just because when I heard it, I had to learn the hard way that confident is not a specific way. It's not a specific person. It's not a specific type. It's a skill that you have to continue mastering for you to be able to be confident.